Almost 12 months had passed since the couriers had taken Haman's edict throughout the Persian Empire. On the day God's people were to be annihilated, they were given the right to defend themselves and overpowered their enemies instead. God's people had seen deliverance from the hands of their enemies many times before, but memories are short. God established the principle of the seed. He governs over the rules and economy of sowing, planting, feeding, producing, pruning, reaping, harvesting, and gleaning. As His people, all believers are led through each of these phases with the utmost love and care. Lean in. Keep in close conversation with the Heavenly Father. Esther used several occasions to plant a seed and implore her king's favor. And his response was always, "What is your wish? It shall be granted to you. And what further is your request? It shall be fulfilled." Esther was even willing for her seed to die so others would live. In John 12:24 and 27, Jesus said about His own life, "Truly, truly, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. Now is my soul troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour? But for this purpose I have come to this hour." The hopes and dreams and treasures of a Christ follower are counted as loss and sown in the ground to ultimately produce a harvest greater than one can imagine. Whatever is given up to trust in Jesus, God uses as seed to produce a large crop. Jesus longs for us to see His ever-reaching story. In the midst of tragedy, there is purpose. Suffering offers a closeness and intimacy with Jesus. As His beloved, we are in a position to ask and keep asking to see His name glorified. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. Matthew 7:7. Jesus followers can rest in the promise of God that in all things, including present suffering, we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28. God is writing an overarching story of redemption across all time until Christ's return. Believers can trust their seed, families, businesses, dreams, health, their very lives into the hands of God. There is assurance that with the planting of a seed, a great harvest is coming when Jesus returns.